Looks ready to play. Looking at Dominique Mercier here for MSJ. It's going to be Bellows Falls and MSJ. And varsity basketball action on PEGTV, Channel 15 Sports. Munger Vision bringing this game from the Convent Avenue Gym. And important matchup for both sides, actually, as we wind down the regular season and get set for the seedings to take place and the playoffs to get underway. And MSJ on a roll right now, playing exceptionally well. And you see Bellows Falls in their very familiar purple uniforms, the Purple Terriers. And we'll go to the outside mic in just a second. And we'll get the announcements, the opening rosters here, the starting lineups from Marty McDonough.
First for the visiting Terriers. Starting at guard, number 4, senior, Sammy Hodgins. Also at guard, number 5, junior, Molly Chisholmore. A third guard in the lineup, number 10, senior, Abby Welch. Starting at forward, number 22, junior, Darity Fontaine. And also at forward, number 34, senior, Tella Hines. Bellows Falls is coached by Jane Barber. Now for the Mountains. Starting at guard, number 20, senior, Melanie O'Rourke. Also at guard, number 21, senior, Danielle Comstock. A third guard in the lineup, number 22, senior, Lacey Gilligan. Riding it forward, number 25, sophomore, Logan Kavanaugh. And at the other forward, number 13, senior, Jen Trombley. MSJ is coached by Nate Trainer. Would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
I get set. Number 25 in white for MSJ. She'll be taking the jump here at center. And Tella Hines in purple for Bellows Falls. And again, big matchup for both schools today. All the wins critical now as league play starts down that stretch. And see the ball get to Hodgkins. Hodgkins up and got it, Hodgkins! Angled away from the bucket, but she's such a good athlete. She's able to just kind of tail away and put a little more angle to the ball and put it in 2-0. That took about 8 seconds to take place. And Gilligan with the basketball. Mally's in their home whites on their home court at the Convent Avenue Gym. PEGTV's website is www.pegtv.com. Nice grab by Comstock. And there'll be a zone being played by Jane Barber's Terriers up through the zone. No good. And the rebound will be a 1-and-out deal. As it'll be brought down. Now you can see Bellows Falls with the basketball. That's Abby Welch with it. She'll give it off. And oh boy, they had the 8-footer and couldn't kiss it off that. Shots are also important to get it dropping now. And here comes Comstock with the basketball. Danielle Comstock will run the point for the Mounties. Number 21. She'll go back to Gilligan. Gilligan looked inside, didn't force it. And they're a very veteran group. Oh, they turn it over. I'll say they start 4 seniors, 1 sophomore. They're a very veteran group out there. The 4 seniors have played ball together since Christ the King days, probably, what that'd be, 2nd grade up through. Chisholmore in the backcourt to Hodgkins. That's tipped down by Gilligan. You missed it because I was adjusting my eyepiece, but now I promise you I won't do that again. Now go back to Hodgkins. She's got the basket so far. She'll get inside for the 6-footer and get it. 4-0. Hodgkins with the lead over MSJ. Of course, Hodgkins, get to see her this spring. Outstanding pitcher. I'll make sure to, when she comes to Mill River to play, I'll make sure to get her on tape because she's a lot of fun to watch pitch. Good competitor out there. Trombley. She'll bring it back from the corner, and they'll go to Gilligan, and they'll bring it back now to O'Rourke. O'Rourke on the floor, wants to penetrate, gets inside the free throw line, running one-hander, will hang on the rim, no good. And right now they're doing a good job on Kavanaugh with Tella Hines boxing out. I'll let Kavanaugh get in there and get a chance for a rebound and a putback and a 2nd-point shot. And you see him with Chisholmore, and yeah, they were able to break the timeline. Chisholmore will have the basketball, and to Welch to the baseline, and one more pass. No! Oh, they worked the ball down inside nicely and couldn't can it. Here comes Trombley into the front court. Trombley, a little trouble with the dribble, will get it going. And that is going to be way outside. It's going to be a 1-and-out. Welch had it and got bumped. Yeah, I got a push call, I believe, on Kavanaugh, and they don't need Kavanaugh to get in foul trouble. So Kavanaugh will pick up the game's first foul, the team's first foul, and it'll be 4-0. Bellows Falls with the lead, and see Hodgkins and Chismore in the backcourt against that, well, soft press. They have a lot of different looks defensively, and Hines was the intended target. Kavanaugh will step up, pick out the tip pass. She'll bring the ball into the front court herself. Now she'll go to O'Rourke. O'Rourke, she can hit threes all day out there. She'll pull that shot down and go to Comstock. The defense rotates nicely along the baseline to take away the drive to the hole. This is Comstock. She looked inside to Kavanaugh. And point again, they're just doing such a nice job. That's number 22 out there, Fontaine. They're just not allowing the ball to go down to Kavanaugh inside. And the game plan, pretty obvious right now defensively, as far as that 2-3 zone being played, is they're worried about Kavanaugh beating them. Rebound will come down. It'll be Welch with the ball. She'll cross over, and Welch will find some open court. Now, there's some numbers for Bellows Falls right now. Pass tipped, and one more pass over, and got it. The numbers were there, and Hines with the finish. Yeah, they'd spread the floor on the press break, left two defenders in the back court, and it's just numerical at that point. 6-0 Bellows Falls getting off to a good start here on the road at MSJ. And they've already lost MSJ once down in Bellows Falls, and that's going to be O'Rourke. No. And it's cold in the gym, and it could be affecting. It could be the reason there's cold shooting. Hodgkins will come off to Welch. Welch up ahead. Fontaine looks for the trailer and knocked out of bounds by Comstock. One thing the MSJ will do, this squad out here, is they know how to play defense, and they will get their intensity up. And they can come back in ball games just purely by the will of their defense. Hodgkins, no, first miss for Hodgkins. Got a foul on the rebounding action, and big call. Who's going to get it? And Kavanaugh will pick up her second foul, and that's not good news for MSJ. And they'll bring Bove, number 23 in the basketball game. So Bove will come in for Kavanaugh, and you can see Kavanaugh very dejected with herself right now. 2 quick fouls. Not well. 3.5 minutes into the contest, Kavanaugh will pick up 2 fouls, and that will change the dynamics now of the MSJ's offense and defense with Kavanaugh out of there. She's a 5'10" player, and Hodgkins got it! Sammy Hodgkins for 2. And 8-0 now. Oh, they gave her a count for 3, but it was only a 2-point shot, the official said. They'll have to change that on the scoreboard. It should be 8, not 9. I clearly saw him signal too, and Comstock on a drive. Did not get it, and now they're going to have Hodgkins throw the top of the defense to Welch. Welch into the paint below the free throw line and will roll the ball along the baseline. It was knocked out of her hands by an MSJ player, so it'll be Chismore taking the ball out of bounds for Bellows Falls. Molly Chismore, number 5. They fixed the clock on the scoreboard now. It is 8-0. Rebound, Bove jump ball, MSJ basketball. Where was there a foul? It was a foul. Now they're going to call Chismore for the foul. That'll be the first foul on Bellows Falls. MSJ was just 2 team fouls, but the critical part of that, it was 2 on Logan Kavanaugh. Yeah, Comstock with no pressure in the backcourt, and the Terriers sitting in that zone defense. They'll switch up. Right now, it's looking like a 1-2-1, actually. And they're putting Hodgkins up top to pressure the ball. And they're going to pressure the points, which is what the JV squad actually did. The JV game was won by 1 point by Bellows Falls. Hodgkins, that's why she's on top of the zone. And it's going to roll off her foot, come to Gilligan. Gilligan to Comstock. They'll go to O'Rourke. She's going to go up, duck underneath the defender, and a little wild one, a little hard off the glass, and it'll be on the bounce. And MSJ just looking totally out of sync. And it's a zone defense, but it's not a passive zone defense like a lot of teams go out and just kind of sit there in the zone. This one's moving. It's gurgling. It's bubbling. It's all over the place. Actually, that zone's being played like an upset stomach. I mean, it's just all over the place out there, and that's what you got to have. Long rebound will come out to O'Rourke. She'll go to Comstock, and they'll give the ball to Gilligan. Trombley wanted to go baseline. There's nothing happening there. And don't forget, Kavanaugh's on the bench right now with 2 fouls, and there's a turnover. Diagonal pass against the 2-3 zone, especially a long diagonal pass against the 2-3 zone, is a big task to ask to complete. And for Bellows Falls coming in the contest will be Missy Atwood. So Atwood will come. No, they will not allow Atwood to come in. They handed the ball off to Chismore. So Atwood will be coming in now momentarily. And for the Mounties, they'll have Mercier, number 10, and Shappy, number 14, coming into the contest. And that's going to be Hines off the mark. And Gilligan with the rebound saves it. Nice job by Lacey Gilligan. Got it to Trombley, now to Comstock. Comstock at the elbow with the spin and might have got hooked, on the floor. She got the spin move caused the fall, and it's a hold. Yeah, Ray Fish out there with Jim Corbel. Yeah, so everybody in the ball game now for each side, everybody at the scores table, like I mentioned, is Atwood, number 12, and then Shappy and Mercier out there for MSJ. And they'll be taken out of bounds by Shappy of Meloni's number 14 right there on the baseline. Should bring in the Comstock, and they'll give it off to Mercier. Very small, but very quick team out there for MSJ. Good defensively, and some options, good options out there offensively. Probably one of them, and no. 8-0 Bellows Falls. Bellows Falls with the rebound, a 1 and out, and that's been one of the themes here early on. With 2:35 to go in the first quarter, it's been a lot of 1 and outs for MSJ. And Hodgkins able to wrestle the ball. Hodgkins, a good athlete. Down inside to Fontaine, Dartate Fontaine. And that's going to be an MSJ timeout as they've been blitzed here on their home court by the Terriers. 10-0 Bellows Falls with the lead in varsity basketball action. It's going to be a full timeout taken, and we'll read the roster for Bellows Falls since they're the visiting squad. Sammy Hodgkins is number 4 out there, and she's done a great job so far in the contest. Molly Chismore is 5, Abby Welch 10, Marissa Smith is 11, Missy Atwood 12, Keely Chipman is number 14, Ella Vosberg 15, Julie Sermola 20, Dorothy Fontaine is number 22, Tia Billadu 23, and 34 is Tella Hines. And I think I have enough time. At the swing it over, you see Nate Trainer, the head coach for MSJ. On his roster, he's got Dominique Mercier, number 10, Jen Trombley, 13, Allie Shappy is number 14, Christy Gowett, 15, Melanie O'Rourke wears 20, Danielle Comstock, 21, Lacey Gilligan, 22, and Joel Bove, 23, and of course, the one and only Logan Kavanaugh, number 25. And congratulations to the Bellows Falls JV team. They won in basically with 4.7 seconds to go. They won on a free throw, 28-27 over MSJ's JV squad. Good effort, though, by the Mounties JV squad. You're watching PEGTV Channel 15 Sports, brought to you by Munger Vision, Jerry Munger, and we have CSJ basketball coming up. A lot of it coming up here on Channel 15 as CSJ boys and girls basketball, or at the college level, like to be called men and women's basketball, along with more Mill River boys and girls basketball, MSJ boys and girls basketball, some more MSJ hockey, and right now it's cold enough in this gym to be playing hockey. And that's a 1 and out, and that goes off from the head, and boy, I tell you, that's when you're living right. They got the ball off the head and retained possession. They missed the shot. That was Atwood that took the shot and took the header, and it'll be Trombley down to the front court. And again, the Mounties looking at a 1-2-2 zone with Hodgkins on the top, and that's really, she'll drop down. So when the ball goes low, she'll drop down. They overload one side of the floor. Basically, that's what they're doing with that zone defense. Where the ball goes, that's where they basically go to a triangle on that side with the zone. And it's been extremely effective, and it's forced MSJ into some bad decisions on some shots right here. 2 team fouls apiece. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but 2 of those fouls, both those fouls for MSJ are on Kavanaugh. No shot clock to worry about. Comstock, see that? Hodgkins is like a free floater out there. I like what they've done defensively with the game plan. And she'll drop down, and they turned right into her, and she had gone where the ball had gone, and she tied it up, and MSJ with the arrow. Mercier catches, fires, no. Trombley, no. The bunny putback, and that's not a good sign when you're not hitting your bunnies, but a lot of time to go. Over 3/4 of basketball still, but I tell you, if you're Bellows Falls, you couldn't have asked for a better beginning to a ball game. They're up 10-0. That's Atwood to Hines. They'll go back to Hodgkins. Hodgkins to the free throw line. We'll come back to Chisholmore. Again, they're not forcing it either, Bellows Falls. That was a tough catch. They'll go down into Dartate Fontaine. She'll miss the turnaround. Bove will lose her balance. Ball will come free. Bellows Falls will have it, and they rushed it. Yeah, Shappy has the basketball. Couple of chances there. Bellows Falls might look back upon and wish they would have had over again. They could have just taken their time and set themselves for not an easier shot, but just take the easier shot better. How's that for a description, huh? And that will be saved by Comstock. There's no score to report on for MSJ. They've been shut out, and they're about 34 seconds away from being shut out in this quarter of basketball. Comstock up, and who touched it? Was it? It was saved by Mercier. It comes to 24. Shappy goes to Bove, fouled. Bove going to the line. As Vosberg, number 15 at the line, along with number 10, Abby Welch. These are Bellows Falls changes. They'll have to wait till the second shot. And Bove going to the line for MSJ. Got him on the board. They avoided the shutout. Goes 10-1. That's the first foul on Bellows Falls. First foul on Atwood. Let me correct that. It's the second foul, third foul on Bellows Falls. First on Atwood. That's what I meant to say. I apologize for that. So Bove looking for the second MSJ point. Will have it. 10-2. So again, as well as Bellows Falls has played, they're only up 8. 19 seconds, 18 seconds, and tell you what, the defense was all up at the free throw line, and they made the mistake of trying to pass diagonally against that defense, and they'll throw the ball away in the front court. 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. And a lot of it's come down, yeah, Bellows Falls has played very good defensively, but there's just been some bad decisions made by MSJ, and that will run out, and it was a helter-skelter into the first quarter. 10-2 Bellows Falls over MSJ in varsity basketball action on Munger Vision. Abby Welch and Bellows Falls will have the opening possession here in the second quarter of play. And it'll be Hodgkins. Hodgkins, to me, was the key to that Bellows Falls success in that first quarter, and she played all 8 minutes, and she's back out there again. Yeah, and they'll come back to Welch. They roll down inside, and the toss up top, there's a steal by Atwood. Atwood had the ball knocked away. Trombley's going to pick the foul up. It's going to be the third team foul on MSJ. Is a possession foul out on the baseline to Bellows Falls. Yeah, and it'll be taken out of bounds by Welch. If you notice, in the last minute and a half of that first quarter, Bellows Falls started to turn the ball over on a regular basis. And that's a pretty good shot right there. It goes 12-2, Bellows Falls. In all honesty, like I didn't say it in this game. I said it in the JV game. This game was originally scheduled for a Friday night 7:30 start time, and because of the heavy rains, 103 got flooded, Route 103, so Bellows Falls couldn't get up here. So they changed the time to swish for O'Rourke. 3-pointer for Melanie. But they changed the game time to Saturday at 1. Now, in all honesty, young players, any player is quirky and get their mindset for something, and any type of change throws their whole routine off. And it could be Bellows Falls is playing very, very well, but it could also be MSJ just mentally got to get ready to get going here in this afternoon's game. Welch, just too much dribbling right there, and she paid the price. It comes over to Bove off the steal, and she is going to be fouled, and you could hear the hand slap, and I believe Welch will pick it up, number 10. I'll wait and get the call here from Ray. So Welch will pick up the foul, and that will send MSJ to the line. They're only down 7, and it's 6:47 to go in this second quarter. Bove back at the line, where she's already 2 for 2 today. 3 for 3 from the free throw line is Bove. So Joelle Bove, a senior, will be 4 for 4. Nope. Yeah, she crossed. She had a shooter's violation. She went over the free throw line prior to the shot being released. So it will stay at 12-6. And again, she's a senior, and that's a young mistake right there. Atwood didn't feel the pressure coming up from behind. Atwood got it off to Welch. She will be way off the mark on that three-pointer. Ball will be tipped around. Will come down to O'Rourke. Mounty's looking to cut into that 6-point deficit. Again, like I said, for as well as Bellows Falls has played and out of sync as MSJ has been, they're only down 6 points. Bove with the ball fake to drive, and the ball tied up right to Comstock, and becomes Hodgkins with the rebound, and ball slapped out of her hands. Yeah, they got her on the hand. Yeah, got a foul call. That'll be Comstock called for the foul. It'll be side out for Bellows Falls. Chisholmore and Hines coming in for the Terriers, number 5 and 34 respectively. And it'll be Chisholmore taking the ball out of bounds. Jane Barber, a wily old veteran of a coach. She's been in some title games and had some tremendous teams, but she's seen a lot of things happen in high school basketball in her career. Oh, rebound, and that's going to be on O'Rourke, I believe. Got to push from behind. Yeah. And again, it was a fundamentally simple thing. Hines got the position, boxed out, was a bigger player, used that to her advantage. 5:59 to go in a half, and Bellows Falls is going to run a stack formation on the near side of the box, and Welch looking to bring it in will come in, and boy, they left. Yeah, you can't leave her alone. They left Sammy alone. Hodgkins, nothing but twine. 8 points for Hodgkins. She's got 8 of the 14. It's 14-6 Bellows Falls, and get a defensive lapse there on the inbounds pass nobody had picked up. Hodgkins. Bove. O'Rourke was sinking 3 ball. She's got 1 3 ball. She'll take it up underneath it, and O'Rourke with a patent Melanie O'Rourke drive to the hole. She shoots the outside shot so well that the defense has to respect that. Then her ball fake, and then she'll get in there. Travel. Great defense. Kavanaugh back in the basketball game for MSJ with the 2 personal fouls. I should have known that earlier, but I just picked that up. And Hey, I'll tell you, I'm never lying to you when I tell you I'm not that bright a light bulb. It takes me a while. So with 5:23 to go, MSJ starting to build a little momentum here. But I'll tell you what, that zone really dictating this. See Kavanaugh, she just changes the dynamics of the offense. Kavanaugh now forced the turnover of last possession, and she'll get the basket this possession. And just like that, the Mounties back in the ball game, 14-10. They trail Bellows Falls with 5:07 to go, second quarter. Yes, to see Chismore coming back in the basketball game. That was a Bellows Falls timeout. That was a good timeout because, like I said, you can see MSJ, you can feel it if you're in the gym. They're starting to build up some momentum, starting to get in sync. They're picking up the intensity. See that? Oh, they released that when she almost made the shot, and they're going to have a foul. I believe O'Rourke will pick the foul up. Oh, Kavanaugh got the foul. Oh, see, that's a killer. Kavanaugh will pick up her third foul. Oh, and what a difference she makes in the team. Well, I'd be very surprised to see her the rest of this half. There's 4:53 to go. Hodgkins, nope. And I don't believe anybody tipped it. No, it's going to be an off-the-mark shot by Hodgkins, one of her rare misses, and ball will go out of bounds to the Mounties. Oh man, what a killer. So Kavanaugh will sit down with 3 fouls. 3 of the 6 fouls are Kavanaugh's, and with over 4 minutes to go, I would be stunned to see her come back in the basketball game. Until after halftime, I mean, of course. And it's going to be Shappy with the catch. Shappy to the elbow. We'll bring it back between circles to O'Rourke. O'Rourke. Bold back in the ball game. She replaced Kavanaugh, and Bold with 3 points, all from the free throw line. And there's the baseline up underneath, and what a finish! Comstock looking like a slinky toy out there. I don't know if young people nowadays know what slinky is, but boy, she had all the movement of a slinky. Look at that, Hines open, and they broke the press. That is textbook press breaking. Ball hit the floor probably once. Other than that, it was all passing. And Fontaine at the scores table getting set to check in for Bellows Falls. Dorothy Fontaine started the basketball game, and she was stripped right there. Was O'Rourke on a drive bowl. If she could have caught and shot clean, she would have had a great chance at the basket, but she'll lose it out of bounds. Number 10, Dominique Mercier coming in for Bove. And Chismore just waiting. The ball rolls down the corridor, and there's Ray. No, he didn't leave the game. Ray Fish right there. He had to go down the corridor and get the basketball. Yeah, and Hodgkins to Welch. To Darte Fontaine. Tipped by Hines. She just couldn't control it, and this is O'Rourke in the front court. So Bellows Falls again did a nice job of getting the ball down inside, and that was partially blocked, and that's going to be a foul. Just got to wait for Ray because there are a couple different people that could have got it. We'll see who he gives it to. 22 will be Fontaine. She'll pick up the foul, and at the line will be Dominique Mercier. So Mercier, recipient of the foul, and she'll be getting 2 shots here. And MSJ only down 4 points, 3:29 to go in the first half. That is the 5th team foul, and that shot's off the mark. She's getting 2 shots here because she was fouled in the act of shooting. So trying to salvage 1 of 2 is Dominique Mercier. Got it. Chismore, and this time MSJ will take the press off. They'll pick up just about the center court logo. Boy, Hodgkins with the good hands made the grab. They'll get it inside to Welch. She'll turn, wheel, fire, get it. They're just getting the ball down inside too easy. Your percentage of making a shot goes way up when you're taking a shot from within that 6-foot radius of the basket. O'Rourke, no. Rebound, Chismore. Oh, she is being swallowed up, jump ball. Jump ball called. It's going to stay down this into the floor. Good aggressive basketball. Gilligan coming back in the basketball game for MSJ. She'll replace Allie Shappy. So Gilligan will take the ball out of bounds. The senior wearing number 22, Mercier. Well, she can hit from out there. Probably a good thing she didn't take the shot. They need some momentum right here. Boy, I'm not sure what Comstock was doing, but she slapped the ball back to Gilligan, and there's Mercier on the drive, and oh, it would have counted. Mercier going back to the free throw line where she was just 1 of 2. And 22 is Fontaine with the foul, and Mercier, number 10, the sophomore, at the line. And at the scores table for Bellows Falls will be Keely Chipman. So Chipman will be coming in on the second shot here for Bellows Falls. No. Chipman will come in for Fontaine, who's picked up 2 fouls. 6 fouls apiece on each team. 18-13 the score. Bellows Falls with the lead. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead in this basketball game. And again, she'll be 1 of 2, 2 of 4 for the day, 50% from the line. 18-14, 4-point lead. Hodgkins, oh, she let that trap eat her up. Yeah, she got bailed out. She got bailed out. They got reaching with the hands, and that is the 1-1, yep. And I want to correct that. That falls on Comstock, not O'Rourke. I apologize for that. But again, Hodgkins got over on that far side of the court, stopped the dribble with nobody circling behind her, and she wasn't on the timeline, and she got bailed out by a foul. She'll make the free throw, make it a 19-14 Bellows Falls. Oh, there's a lot of basketball left to play. And her second shot, as good as her first shot. Hodgkins, again, in double digits. She's got 10 of the 20 points for Bellows Falls, and she's been very active defensively with a bunch of steals. This is Comstock. There's the lane, and no. Everything but the bucket. Hines had it, lost it. Ball will be taken away by Comstock. Trombley for 3. No. Rebound will come out, be taken away by Gilligan. She'll literally hand the ball off to O'Rourke, and she knows what to do with it. She went right to the hole. I think somebody got a piece of the basketball and tipped. Yeah, it was a tip ball, Jim Corbo just said. Baseline up, baseline, good! Hodgkins along the baseline, and they've got no answer for Hodgkins in this basketball game. 22-14, Bellows Falls, up by 8. Tell you what, Hodgkins not looking tired at all. Yeah, she just picked up the fall though. What happened? The ball fake by O'Rourke. Even though she didn't cheat a lot, she hedged toward it, Hodgkins did, and that's all Melanie O'Rourke needed to get flying down toward the basket. And O'Rourke usually very good from the free throw line. That's 2 fouls on Hodgkins with 1:58 to go in the half. It's a good shot. 22-15. Mounties down just 7. Second shot, good. So the Mounties keeping themselves in the ball game with a lot of free throws. Remember, Bove's got 3, O'Rourke's got a couple there, and that's Welch with the catch, and Welch almost tripped from basketball. She'll take the shot and be off the mark. Hines tipped it, couldn't control it. Gilligan with the basketball, and MSJ with a chance to keep chipping away on that lead. And again, they're only 6 points down, and if they can get it down to even here before the half, that would be a moral victory for MSJ. And O'Rourke, good hands to Trombley. Hines on Trombley. They don't try to take her one-on-one down the baseline. 1:30 to go in the first half. Gilligan way outside between the circles. O'Rourke, no. 3 ball was off the mark, and what happened to Hodgkins there is she dribbled it out of bounds. And so those kind of mistakes that allow other teams to get back in the ball game. Even though MSJ's not out of the ball game, only down 6 points. You know what it is? I think it was the fast start, the 10-0 lead by Bellows Falls, but then MSJ really, I think, expected to come out and just kind of steamroll through them. Yeah, 1:13 clock, plenty of time. No shot clock to worry about in the state of Vermont. We're still kind of in the dark ages there. Mounties being very patient on this possession, and goes off from Comstock's hands out of bounds. See how they had dropped off the pass? They had a defender in the front and the back there, and they just waited to the last second to drop the defender down at the front. Hines with the good catch. And no, Hines tipped it. Hines has it. Hines up. Hines no good. Rebound, Mounties. Lucky there, and Mercier. I'm not sure of the call. I don't think the clock started. Yeah, that's all it was. No foul, no problems. Just the yeah, Vic didn't get the. Yeah, they're just discussing what should be on the clock. It's at 1. So they're going to go 55 seconds. Okay. That's Vic Shappy on the clock. Like you said, he's got a lot on his mind. That he's got Patriots playoffs, he's got tailgating, and he got caught watching the ball game. But he does a good job. I'm just picking on Vic. Good guy. Real good guy. Speaking of good guys, see that way up in the corner of the gym? See that white-haired gentleman? Mr. Jay Wilson. He's almost at every gym I go to now. He's taking in all the local sports action. And Ella Vosberg, number 15 in the basketball game for Bellows Falls, and the Mounties now with 55 seconds to work with, down 6. Each team 17 fouls. That's Gilligan came back to meet the pass, and she has Chisholmore on her. There's O'Rourke. Now they roll up and got it. Boy, how many times have those two ran that play right there, and it works so many times. And Bellows Falls has taken Hodgkins out of the ball game, so she wouldn't pick up a third foul late in the contest, but you can see the ball handling skills just deteriorate. 2 turnovers, and MSJ just can't get a bucket to cooperate. Welch will be fouled. Oh, that's a killer fall, because it happened 80 feet from the basket. There was really just no need for it, and it's going to become a free 1-on-1 free throws here for Bellows Falls, and Comstock will come out, and it was Comstock's 3rd foul, and Kavanaugh has 3 fouls, and that's very big now. And Shappy back in the ball game, and a good shot. So Welch back at line. Going back to Bellows Falls, though, you can see why Hodgkins played so many minutes. The ball handling just drops right off the chart when she's not in there. Trombley tips the rebound to herself. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. She'll race into the front court. She'll get to the arc, and then Hines will come out and stop any more progress in the basketball going forward. They're going to run a little motion up top. 7 seconds on the clock, and O'Rourke, you can always worry about her getting off a screen for a 3-point shot. 1 second, and that's the first half of play. 23-5, the Bellows Falls Purple Terriers with the lead over MSJ in varsity basketball action on Munger Vision. Ball out of bounds, but obviously Bellows Falls will have the ball to start this 3rd quarter off with, and a couple of key figures jump right out. The 3 fouls on Comstock, the 3 fouls on Kavanaugh for MSJ. And they both are starting here for MSJ in this 3rd quarter. You see the line play being set up by Bellows Falls all down through the free throw. And Hodgkins back in the ball game too. All she was taken out for at the end of that half was they didn't want her to pick up her 3rd foul with just less than 2 minutes to go in the contest. But you could see how the whole offense just basically crumbled without her in the basketball game. So if I'm MSJ and she's got 3 fouls, I'm going to be doing everything I can do to draw her with a couple more fouls, and that's Hines with the bucket. And again, that was basically all they did in the first half against that. Well, MSJ usually a good defensive team, but I got to be honest with you, they were very lackadaisical defensively in that first half of play, and they started off here giving up the easy bucket. And Kavanaugh going to be jump ball. That she brought the ball, well, not really even down, but she just brought the ball to a position where the person from behind, I'm not sure she's aware that there was a defender behind her, but they tied it up. It'll be Mounties basketball, and they'll swing it to O'Rourke, to Gilligan. Yeah, Gilligan for 3, with a defender right in her face. 25-21, lead down to 4. Oh, and Atwood had to look at the basket, and they saved it back into, I'm sorry, that's Fontaine. Deity Fontaine. Hines, little bunny, no good. She was about 6 feet off the shot and just kind of too flat and went off the rim hard, and we'll have Comstock and company now looking to keep cutting away at that lead. We're going to have a foul, push from behind, and it's going to be on Hines. So Tella Hines will pick up the foul, I believe. 34, yeah, it's Hines. And they'll put the, I think it's only her second, it's her first actually. So Hines, who's been integral here on the press break with only the 1 foul, and that shot missed, followed up. Comstock blocked by Hines, right to Comstock. Ball squirts free, picked up by Hines. She'll go to Hodgkins. Goes out from the foot of Kavanaugh to her teammate Gilligan, and O'Rourke and Comstock. So just about everybody except myself touched the ball on the floor in that possession. Yeah, and they're looking to post up. That's a good move. Nice kick out after it goes to Kavanaugh, a 3-pointer for O'Rourke. It's a 1-point ball game, 25-24. The Mounties coming out, and that cold shooting, not too cold right now. They're down by a bucket, by a point, 25-24. Yes, Chisholmore will bring the ball into Hodgkins, and they'll pick them up. Well, they're going to creep forward. You'll see them coming in the picture defensively, just about midcourt. I thought they were going to try that semi-trap, but Hodgkins just had it taken away. She brought the ball in front of her, and O'Rourke with that great hand-eye coordination with the steal. Up and fouled, and O'Rourke on the floor, they say, before the shot. She'll have the ball out of bounds. Mounties in business now. They're picking the intensity up. Yeah, so Gilligan will take the ball out of bounds for MSJ. They'll bring it into Comstock, and they'll swing the ball now between circles to O'Rourke. Rourke matched up against Hodgkins. And again, that'd be a key matchup. Keep the ball on top of the point and try to pick up some fouls on Hodgkins. Kavanaugh had it, lost it. It'll be Welch getting the ball out to Hodgkins, and Sammy Hodgkins now will work herself over the timeline. See O'Rourke keeping her distance. She'll pressure the ball now that the dribble got killed. To Chisamore, and yeah, Cotter coming through. 22-21. Oh, Comstock just picked up her 4th. So that's 4 fouls on Comstock, and that's big for the Mounties. And it'll be Krista Gowett, number 15, coming in the basketball game for MSJ. So the Mounties now with the first player on either side to pick up a 4th foul. Welch goes off from the leg, and O'Rourke with that speed will get pushed from behind by Hines, and that's going to be a 2nd foul. And Ray's so cool. Coach Trainer wanted an intentional foul, and Ray goes, that wasn't an intentional foul. So 3 fouls as a team here on Bellows Falls. They'll bring it off to Gowett. She'll throw all the way over to Gilligan. Gilligan being patient. Her and O'Rourke will play a little toss and catch up top. And there's O'Rourke on the drive, and 3rd foul just picked up by Hodgkins. I'll wait for the call though. Number 4, that's 3 on Hodgkins, and that's big now the other way for Bellows Falls. It would be more of a loss for Bellows Falls to lose Hodgkins, because MSJ would much more depth at the ball handling ability. Hodgkins, basically, as you saw at the end of that first half, the only true point guard on the Bellows Falls squad. And MSJ's come all the way back from a 10-0 start to take a 26-25 lead over Bellows Falls. And you can see Hodgkins and O'Rourke, and they'll swing it out to Fontaine. Fontaine waits for the cut. They'll get it to Hines. She'll make the catch. She'll put the shot up, and no. And those shots that we're dropping on a regular basis for Bellows Falls, all of a sudden can't find the bottom of the cylinder. Kavanaugh, no. Up, no. Boy, I tell you, that was a battle along the baseline for the rebound, and Kavanaugh with the great hands would get the ball alive and get it to O'Rourke. And Kavanaugh, you see the switch off now. They had Chisamore, even though it's a zone, you can match up in a zone, and they brought Chisamore over to cover, and there's O'Rourke! 3-ball for Melanie O'Rourke. 29-25, the Mounties with their largest lead of the basketball game. It's at 4 right now. And she's got to be careful now to get the 5 count, and she will work the ball forward. And Chisamore catches, fires, no good. And again, it was a good look, but the shots just aren't dropping right now. And the Mounties looking to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. When you see Welch come out to really pressure the ball up high. Gowett to Kavanaugh. The defender will fly by, and Trombley will just recycle, and they will be patient and reset the offense this time. 29-25, MSJ's come all the way back to have their lead on their home court, and no, it'll pop back out. Boy, that thing spun around, and I thought for sure it was going to be down, and here comes Hodgkins. Hodgkins just having a problem right now with O'Rourke, and O'Rourke will, I'm not sure who last touched it. Oh, what an effort by O'Rourke. Great effort by O'Rourke. Now Atwood will come in for Bellows Falls. She'll replace Chisamore. Got 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. We've hit the halfway point, and what a difference it's been here for MSJ in this quarter. That's Fontaine. Kavanaugh able to reach around, slap the ball away from Hines. It'll stay with Bellows Falls though. And it'll be taken out of bounds by Hodgkins. Yeah, O'Rourke has really cranked up the pressure on Hodgkins. There's the catch, and no. Even Hodgkins can't get the shots to drop. And boy, if that's on Hodgkins, that's... oh, that's humongous. 4th foul on Hodgkins, picked up 2 fouls quickly here in the 3rd quarter, and should be coming out of the basketball game as number 14 comes in, will take her spot, Chipman. So Chipman for Hodgkins, and this is actually a spot in the ball game where MSJ can be right on the edge of making a big run here and taking over control of the ball game. Gowett. You can see the feet there being moved. They still get it into Kavanaugh to the bucket. No. Rebound, loose far side, taken out of there by Welch. He will be out of bounds, I believe. Oh, it is going to be MSJ out of bounds with the contact of the player, and it'll be Bellows Falls basketball. So Chipman brings the ball in to Welch, and Welch will bring the basketball up. Now remember, the problems handling the ball and setting the plays up Bellows Falls had when Hodgkins was out. They're going to wave the basket off. Foul was way before the shot. That'll be Gilligan picking up the foul, and I believe that's only Lacey's second. That's her first, actually, so she's not in any trouble at all. It is the team's second foul. Chipman. Kavanaugh got a piece of it, and then out of bounds, and MSJ will force another turnover. And the Mounties, like I said, right on the edge of a big run here. Now Rourke has helped fuel that with some very timely offense. Yeah, there they go inside to Kavanaugh. She lost it off her fingertips. Yeah, she had a lot of help from the defenders. Nobody really let her make the catch clean. They kept her rolling forward. And with 3:05 to go, it's at the point in the ballgame, I think, with Hodgkins down with 4 fouls, for Bellows Falls to start to count every possession's got to count here, and they'll get the bucket there. That was Atwood on the roll to the basket. And again, the defense just didn't rotate down inside. Bove will be coming in at the scores table for MSJ, and there's Trombley up and fouled. Nice, decisive first step by Trombley. When she made the catch, she already knew where she was going with it, and she just blew to the hole. And Bove and Shappy both coming in the basketball game. Kavanaugh will come out along with Gilligan for the Mounties. Yeah, so now Trombley will step to the line. The clock stopped with 2:46 to go here in the third quarter. And the first of 2 shots will be no good. And that is the 16th foul on Bellows Falls. So the next foul Bellows Falls commits will be the bonus, the 1-on-1. Boy, Atwood able to grab the ball and get it out of the crowd, get it to Welch. Welch lets all the traffic go by her. Now Welch will come right into Shappy. There's Shappy defensively. There's the crossover, and boy, the contact, and they're saying no shots. That's a smart play to try to get the shot up so you can get 2 shots, but they're going to give it shots. Oh, wow. Well, I got to tell you what, more than a smart play, brilliant play now. She'll be at the line to shoot 2. Got it. 1-point game, 29-28 MSJ. And they're going to be asking an awful lot from Abby Welch now the rest of the ball game. She'll get them both. We're tied at 29 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Gowette will bring the basketball up, and she'll find O'Rourke. And O'Rourke, it's not a matter of them finding O'Rourke, it's a matter of Bellows Falls finding O'Rourke. That's going to be no. Boy, a lot of bodies out there, and that's going to be out from Bove. Yeah, Bove. And then so Abby Welch created the play. She was going out of bounds. She grabbed the ball, threw it back in, and hit Bove, and went out of bounds off from Bove. A little luck involved, but a little luck involved in every play, actually. I mean, for everybody in every sport. Raised the grab by Atwood, and she was looking for a foul and didn't get the call, and it was a clean block on the ball. And here comes Shappy. Shappy in the front court, and Atwood got back to cut her off. Now they'll go to O'Rourke on the trail. O'Rourke will get to the arc. Back to Shappy to O'Rourke. Fakes, see, that ball fake O'Rourke is, yeah, see Ray talking to Jim, and they're saying jump ball. Yeah. They're going to bring Mercier in the basketball game along with Gilligan for MSJ. That's the break in the action. Chipman 14 and waits the ball to be handed off to her. And they're going to give O'Rourke and Trombley a little breather here with 1:58 left to go before the quarters change. That was a job of the officials working well together. Jim Corbo had a great look inside, and boy, up and fouled. And again, the problem you see on any team, on any gender in basketball, at any age level, right there is easy. The ball just went down inside too easy. I mean, they just gave her the paint and she went down inside. And you're usually going to get, if you're the offensive player that takes the drive, something's going to go your way. Whether you make the shot, get fouled, get sent to the line, but when you get penetration, it's usually 80% of the time going to be good things for you. She'll miss them both. Up and cut. Nope, she missed it. They had 3 chances at a point there and didn't get it. That was Fontaine on the offensive rebound. Here comes Mercier. 29 all. Mercier says, you're not going to guard me? I'm going to shoot. And that came up short. And a long rebound will come back to Shappy, and they'll find Galwette. Galwette waits for the cut and comes back to Shappy. Shappy cut off from any shooting angle. We'll go back to Galwette, and there's the drive. And again, I mean, not to pound it to death, but what happened? She got access to the hole on the drive through the paint. She got in down low too easy, and she got fouled. Now she's at the line. And that'll stop the clock with 1:27 to go in the third quarter. And the third quarter has become a real grinded out affair. And they're going to send in Chisholmore, number 5 for Atwood for Bellows Falls. I got to believe if you had told Jane Barber that Sam Hodgkins would have 4 fouls in the third quarter, that her team would be tied at 29 or be ahead 30-29 or behind by 1 point, 30-29. She would have never believed you. She's got to be thrilled to death with the situation right now. 30-29, the Mounties with the lead. They go right down to Hines. Well, that was a unique shot. It was a fadeaway kind of from the hip hook. And there's a steal on the backcourt by Welch. Up and got it. And again, the defense for Bellows Falls way out extended, made the steal, and has the lead back now at 31-30. Mercier will wait till Bope steps out. Now Bope became open. She's got the basketball. We're under a minute to play at 51 seconds to go. Shappy with the ball. Third quarter action. 31-30 Bellows Falls. Mercier on the dribble, up, and that might have been partially tipped, tell you the truth. Hines with the ball and almost threw it away. Welch just keeping the hands alive, so you can't, a stationary ball is easy to grab and tie up. You keep your hands alive, and I'm not sure how she didn't carry it, but she got fouled. Bobe will pick it up, the foul. That's going to be the 5th team foul. I'll tell you what, Abby Welch with some unique dribbling pattern there. Ton of time too. There's 25 seconds to go. Chipman got the ball. Welch up and in. So Welch is going to be asked a lot with Hodgkins on the bench, and so far Welch has delivered a lot. 33-30 as Bellows Falls will come back to take the lead. Holding the ball is Galwette. She waits for Shappy. Shappy sets, fires. Tie ball game. Ellie Shappy with the tie ball game. That's going to be the third quarter. And it's going to be a dandy of a fourth. 33-all going into the fourth. Kavanaugh, Comstock, O'Rourke, Trombley, and I need one more body out there. Oh, get Lacey Gilligan. So both players in foul trouble out there for MSJ. Comstock with 4, Kavanaugh with, I think, 4 also. Yeah, and this is O'Rourke. Oh, you can't let her sit out there. No, they got lucky that time. And boy, see that? She kept her hands alive. That's Atwood. Atwood the rebound. Atwood the ball all the way up, and Atwood tried to do a little too much over the pass down along the baseline, and there was just no way to ever complete it. It's going to be a turnover. Tied at 33, and they left Hodgkins on the bench with the 4 fouls for Bellows Falls. I think maybe, conjecturing, total speculation, that she would be, Coach Barber would be holding her in case there's a run by MSJ. Again, O'Rourke. No. Yes. Oh, did that thing hit dead on the heel of the rim and then just kind of drop in? You can't let her sit out there alone. She'll just pick you apart. Then they're able to get the ball down inside to Atwood, and she'll wheel to the hole. No good. Rebound fought for it. Goes along the baseline. Bellows Falls had it. Lost it. Goes off from Trombley out of bounds of MSJ. It'll be Bellows Falls basketball. They're going to bring Abby Welch in. So Welch, with a very brief rest, will come back into the basketball game. Number 10 for Bellows Falls, and she will replace Fontaine. Yeah, so Chisholmore with the basketball. Had Hines pass it up, gave it to Welch. Welch for a 3-ball will front rim it. Long rebound will come down to Comstock. Comstock will bring it into the front court for the Mounties. A senior, number 21 out there, playing with 4 fouls. Will bring it over to Gilligan. Gilligan catches, fires, 3-ball. Off to Mark. Kavanaugh will get the basketball along the baseline. Give it back now to O'Rourke. Go right back, right down inside, and nice job. Trombley with the finish. And a timeout called by Bellows Falls, and they're down by 5, 38-33. That's a 5-0 run by MSJ. I'm surprised. Hodgkin's still not in the ball game with 6:26 to go. MSJ on a 5-0 run. And that's just read. O'Rourke just sitting back there like a safety in football, just read the play, and that came after a Bellows Falls timeout. And again, a turnover after you call the timeout just puts years on the coach. By Trombley and Welch. Trombley with the crossover. Trombley now will need some help as she killed the dribble. Gives it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh on the kick out to O'Rourke. They'll swing it on the elbow to Gilligan. Back to O'Rourke between circles. Comstock, Chisholmore on her defensively. They wait for the cut. They flash Trombley. She never got open for the pass. Defense followed her down through the trail. Kavanaugh dumps it inside. Oh, they got the they got the ball inside and drew a foul. Yeah, they got to change that. I think they mean 1 for Chipman. That Ray knows it. Yeah, so it's going to be Chipman will call the foul, be called for the foul, and at the line will be O'Rourke, and she's usually very, very accurate from the free throw line. Oh, and she'll miss that. Kavanaugh had it. She'll go to the floor hard, get back up. Welch with the basketball, looking to outlet the pass. We'll get it over to Chipman, back to Welch. 38-33, 5:37 to go, and Bellows Falls looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. And boy, along the baseline, nice drive. There's Hines with the rebound. Hines with another chance, and boy, again, shots that drop jump ball. Shots that were dropping for Bellows Falls earlier in the contest are just not cooperating now. Chipman will come out, and they're going to bring Hodgkins in at the 5:24 to play mark with the 4 fouls. They need some offense. And Hodgkins will get her chance. There's the first touch, and they'll roll the ball along the base. Oh, what a move. What a block, jump ball. O'Rourke stuffed her. O'Rourke playing like a 7-footer right there. And the arrow will go to MSJ. Oh, that's just got to be thrilling to do as a player. Get a big stuff like that. Being the recipient of many of those, having my shot stuffed like that, I don't know how it feels on the other side, but it had to be a good feeling. Kavanaugh, boy, that defense rotated to her and they give Logan any chance to make a move toward the basket. 5 minutes even to go in regulation. 5-point lead by MSJ. 38-33. Bellows Falls started this game off with a 10-0 lead. And they looked like gangbusters. And MSJ just kept working away at it, and O'Rourke will be off the mark with that. And there's Gilligan with the rebound. Comstock, oh, what a step by Comstock. She didn't get the finish, but that was impressive. Kavanaugh and Welch stripped the ball away. It goes to O'Rourke. And no, MSJ getting all kinds of chances on that possession, come up empty. Chisholmore with the rebound now. She'll come off to Hodgkins, and Hodgkins picked up by Gilligan this time. There's the crossover. Free throw line. Got it, Hodgkins. Oh no. You got to wonder. She's got to stay aggressive, but she does have the 4 fouls. Lead down to 3, 38-35 Mounties. And Comstock wants a timeout with 4:05 to go, and it's going to be a full timeout. 38-35 MSJ. So that was an MSJ timeout in Comstock. With the basketball, she'll be matched up right here. At this point, they have Atwood at the top of the zone. Hodgkin on the wing, and that's Trombley behind the coach right now. You can't see her. There she is. And there's the screen set. Hodgkins. It's the matchup zones what they're doing, and they go cross court. Comstock with the catch. Atwood charges at her, and then the shot by Comstock's going to go. The key to that, if you charge at her, you got to at least get a hand on the ball. You go flying at her, she'll just go put the ball on the floor and go by, and that's just what happened right there. It's 40-35. MSJ up by 5. 3:29 to go in the basketball game, and they were looking for Fontaine, and she was open on the baseline. The pass just about a half a fingernail too long for her to reel it in. And the Mounties, again, trying to get they really haven't put together a sustained run in this basketball game. They're trying to put together a sustained run, and this couldn't be a more perfect time to do it than right now. They'll go to Kavanaugh. She'll kick the ball back out, and Comstock doesn't like the shot selection. Will recycle and go to Gilligan. Gilligan with Fontaine on her and defensively. Well, I tell you what, MSJ showing great patience foul. Hines will pick up the foul, and Kavanaugh will be heading to the line to shoot the 1-on-1. The 1-on-1, yeah, Jim got it. And Logan going to the line. Not a Logan Kavanaugh type of game. She got in foul trouble, and then she never really was able to stay in long enough runs to get her rhythm as a player, but she's in there when they need her most, late in the ball game when it's tight, and Kavanaugh will be up, and no. Hines with the rebound. She'll find Hodgkins, or actually Hodgkins came back to find her, and Hodgkins will bring the ball down the floor. Ella Vosberg at the scores table getting set to check in for Bellows Falls. There's the cut, there's the flash, there's the help. Goes in. Oh, I'll tell you, she put the ball on the floor, and that really hurt her. Kavanaugh got the block, and it's going to be out of bounds off from Atwood. Kavanaugh. It's not quantity of time, it's quality of time she's on the floor. Yeah, and Hines will sit down with the 3 fouls, and that's who Vosberg has come in for. Up to Kavanaugh, makes the catch, crosses over. See the great body control, the way she twisted. And now they want to bring it back out. They're up by 5, but 2.5 minutes to go. Bellows Falls has got to come out and be aggressive on the ball. Yeah, and they have. They've come out, they extended the defense foul on Welch. That's going to send, that's 2 shots, 2 is 10 fouls. That's going to send O'Rourke to the line. That's going to be the 10th team foul, and the second on Welch. And, well, she got aggressive on it. You know, and as a whole, MSJ shoots free throws very, very well. You know, O'Rourke around and around and around, and she went and dropped through. 41-35, that's the largest lead in the contest for MSJ. At one point, Bellows Falls had a 10-point lead. And this was a big ball game for both of these schools. And Hodgkins, there's the screen set for Hodgkins, and they wanted somebody, yeah, they rolled. They were late to getting the ball to the person who screened, also rolled, and it's going to be up and in. And that is Fontaine, and she was the one that set the original screen and rolled to the hole, didn't get it, and then she just kept moving on the rotation, became open. Trombley on the floor, up to the shot, gets her own rebound, backs out, fouled. That is tremendous work by Jen Trombley. Tremendous work by Trombley. And I tell you what, she certainly earned those free throws. So, yeah, so Trombley awaits the ball. It's 1:55 to go on the clock. That's the 3rd foul picked up by Fontaine. And a shot good by Trombley. So MSJ again coming through at the free throw line, and again they shoot the ball extremely well from the line. Timeout called by Bellows Falls. 43-37. MSJ with the lead. So big shots coming up here by Trombley, and getting the clock stopped to 1:55 in the 4th quarter. And she'll get the second one to drop, and that makes it a 7-point lead now, and Hodgkins will face no pressure in the backcourt, and she'll be picked up by O'Rourke right there. You see Melanie O'Rourke right there, number 20 defensively on Hodgkins, number 4 for Bellows Falls. Pass in down low, Fontaine fouled. Last thing the Mounties wanted to do was stop the clock and let Bellows Falls try to get points here. I missed the call on who the foul was on for MSJ. I was yakking. It's on Trombley, her second. So Fontaine will be up, and you know, tell you what, they need points. They've struggled in the 4th quarter to score, Bellows Falls, and you can't ask for a more open shot than the free throw. That's an MSJ timeout taken. 44-37 Mounties. Before to go, you're at possession. Every possession, Bellows Falls needs points. So it'll be interesting to see if she makes it, but she doesn't. And they don't get the rebound. Yeah, it's how long are they going to wait before they foul? Yeah, and you got to remember too, Hodgkins playing with 4 fouls. That they've chased. They're down 7 points. That's basically multiple possessions. They get to Kavanaugh, and oh, Kavanaugh got her own rebound. And Bellows Falls will pick it up off the baseline. The Mounties got the shot they wanted, had the rebound, then lost it. Up ahead, and it's going to be up, and the finish at the other end for Bellows Falls. Now they'll go press. 44-39, 5-point lead, 1:10 to go in the basketball game. And Welch steals it. Welch just turned around and stole the basketball. And then O'Rourke had it, and jump ball. It's going to be down this, and what a hands-on job by Welch, number 10 with the steal, and then O'Rourke with the steal. Vosberg coming out. They're playing offense-defense on the substitution pattern for Bellows Falls. No, they're not. She's sitting down totally. She's not at the scores table. So Hodgkins will bring the ball into Welch. She'll make the catch, bring it back to Hodgkins. No, they didn't need the three-point shot yet, but now they're looking at position at 55 seconds to go where they might have to start launching threes. Trombley will spin away and get fouled by number 22 out there, Fontaine. So Darty Fontaine with the foul. And again, this is the hard part about MSJ, playing against MSJ when they've got the lead, is that they shoot the free throws so well that you got to foul them. But then there's usually the price to pay at the other end. And she will. I lost track. That's 5 for the last 5 or 6 for the last 6. But they've been on a roll from the free throw line at quote-unquote crunch time. Nope, she'll miss. Hines with the basketball. She'll get it out ahead. Here's Atwood. Atwood into the front court. Atwood to the elbow. And Atwood will peel back. Clock running. And Hodgkins got it. 3 ball for Hodgkins. Timeout by Bellows Falls. Full timeout taken. Her down by 1 possession. 3 points. 45-42 to MSJ. So Bellows Falls down 3. Come out after that timeout. They set up the full court press. And they're going to go deep. And Kavanaugh will fall down. And I got to tell you, Kavanaugh very slow to get up, but I got to tell you she's going to pick up another foul. Oh, and Kavanaugh with an awful trip down the floor. 1-1. Yep. I think the picture said it all, but just to reiterate to you, good decision making. Kavanaugh was never open for that long pass. MSJ had 2 timeouts if they want to use one, so they would get 5 count, bringing the ball in bounds. And then the foul sends Bellows Falls to the line. And they cut the lead down to just 2. Oh, a 2-possession game and a 3-possession game, or 2-point game and a 3-point game are completely different animals. First of all, you don't have to take a lower percentage shot if you're down only 2. Timeout, MSJ. It's a 30-second timeout. Yeah, and we'll just recap where we're at. 32 seconds to go in regulation. Bellows Falls down by 2, but they're going to go back to the free throw line to have their second shot. Kavanaugh's got 4 fouls. Comstock's got 4 fouls. That's MSJ's side. On the flip side, for Bellows Falls, Hodgkins has 4 fouls. MSJ is at 17 fouls, and Bellows Falls is at 10 team fouls. That, in a nutshell, is where we're at. Then Welch going back to line. Welch has played huge here for Bellows Falls, and especially the second half when Hodgkins got in foul trouble. They went to Welch to bring the ball up, and they've looked for her for offense, and she's delivered both with good efficiency. And Bellows Falls with the shot will be good. 1-point game, 45-44, and here comes the press. 32 seconds to go, and they'll get the ball to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will be fouled from behind, and then she should be shooting 2. Yeah, so Kavanaugh will be shooting 2 with 27.7 seconds to go. The foul was on Chipman. That's only her second. And I'm sure in the huddle for Bellows Falls, they went over who's going to foul if they need to foul. And I'm sure they made aware that Hodgkins has 4 fouls. You don't want her being the one to have to foul. So this is 2 shots coming up for Kavanaugh. And oh, that's big because it keeps it, if she makes this a 1-possession, 2-point game, not a 3-point shot. But the big thing is, if she misses it, if your Bellows Falls, to get the rebound. And she'll make it. And we'll see if they go press now. 27 seconds to go, and they're not going to press. It's going to be Hodgkins with the basketball. No timeouts for Bellows Falls. They've got to run through the play. Hodgkins will go down to Welch. Welch with the ball, playing with her back to the basketball. Hook shot up. No, yeah! She'll get it on a hook shot. 13 seconds to go. 46 all. They get it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh down to the front to Comstock, and she traveled. Oh, they called timeout first. What a break by MSJ. I'm not saying he didn't, but it was so close. 46 all, 5.9 seconds to go in regulation. Anybody gets fouled on either side, they're going to the line. 5.9 seconds to go, and Comstock will get the ball in the back court. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Comstock on the drive for the win. Ball knocked away. We got overtime. We're going to overtime. So on Channel 15 Sports, Munger Vision, you get a little extra coverage today. Overtime, Bellows Falls, MSJ Varsity girls basketball action. So So just like the start of the game, we'll have a jump ball to get this overtime started. 4-minute overtime. Each team will given a full timeout. And Kavanaugh with the 4 fouls will be jumping center. And Comstock 4 fouls, and that's the MSJ side. And then Hodgkin still with the 4 fouls. So those are all big matchups. You know, all the teammates have really rallied around. This has been quite the team efforts on both sides. Welch really jumps out at me. Number 10 for Bellows Falls. She has brought her stock way up in value in the way she came in and played for. Kavanaugh's fouled. Hines will pick up her 4th. We'll let Ray make it official. 3-4, yep. And Logan Kavanaugh, who's had a physically tough game where she's been beaten up physically out there on the floor, she's going to go out and get a couple free throws now. And Ella Vosberg at the scores table will be coming in for Bellows Falls. And I'm just waiting to see who she's coming in for. She's going to come in for Hines. So Hines with the 4 fouls will sit down. And the reason she's sitting down, you say, well, geez, oh, the game's late. Yeah, no, we just started overtime. This overtime is like a whole nother world. So they're saving her for the correct moment to come in and wait and risk the 5th foul. Kavanaugh will miss them both, and O'Rourke will be there, and O'Rourke will chase it down, and O'Rourke, quick hands. They'll miss both free throws, get the ball back. Trombley, no. And I think it went out from Logan's hands. Yeah, it went out from Kavanaugh's hands out of bounds. So MSJ with some good chances there to take the lead. Couldn't come up with any points. And Hodgkins will be picked up by O'Rourke. Hodgkins. No screen to work on from an O'Rourke, just too quick. Lost the ball back, Welch up, and got it! And I think Abby Welch is starting to... I think her coach is going to be very impressed with her. She already has been impressed with her. She had the confidence to put her at that position, but I'll tell you right now, Welch done a heck of a job foul. Yeah, O'Rourke is going to make Hodgkins go to the line and earn the points. Yeah, not a bad play at all. It's only 2 fouls on Melanie, so... And so Sammy Hodgkins stepping up to the free throw line for Bellows Falls. They've got that 2-point lead. That's the 8th team foul on MSJ. And Sammy will get it. Hodgkins will get it. And they'll make it a 3-point Bellows Falls lead.
1-4.
She'll eye the basket and not get the second shot to drop. Welch will tie it up. What a job by Welch. Welch is just having the game of her life, or the game of the year this year. I'm sure she's had as good a game somewhere in her career, but right now, she is just awesome out there. And she'll just come back up. Everything was closed down inside. There's the ball fake, the drive, and the finish! That was Atwood, number 12, with the confident move to the hole, and the lead goes to 5. Got in Trombley, extremely smart, waiting for Comstock to cross. Rourke on the release, missed it. Kavanaugh got it! Oh, did Kavanaugh put just the English on that ball to spin it up and in, almost like she willed it in. 51-48. Bellows Falls with the lead, and they're going to go. There's the cut off the baseline to Welch, a wheel, and nope, everybody on the glass has got a purple jersey. If it's Comstock, she's gone. Yeah, that's 5 on Danielle, and well, unofficially, yeah, it is official. It's 5 fouls on Danielle Comstock, so yeah, they're going to make the switch, and Atwood will be heading to the free throw line. That is the 9th team foul on MSJ. Then Allie Shappy will be coming to number 14 for Comstock. Again, this big shots, because with 2:21 to go, you get that lead back up to 5 or 6 points with no shot clock in the state of Vermont in high school ball. That changes the dynamics of strategy a lot. And Atwood has really had a big game also. Missy Atwood with the made basket. 52-48. And that's where it's going to stay. And Kavanaugh with a defensive rebound will outlet the basketball to Shappy. Shappy with the penetration, gets it down inside, tipped it away. Ball on the floor. It's going to be picked up by, I got foul. Gilligan's going to pick the foul up. Kavanaugh will get up off the deck right now, and I have it as 10 fouls in my mind, and see what the board says, because 2 shots, there's a lot different than 1. Well, the 1 and 1. The board's hanging at 9 fouls right now, but oh well. No, they're officially staying on the floor, the 1 and 1. 52-48, and still 52-48. Big miss by Chipman. They'll outlet the ball to Trombley. Plenty of time now, down just 4. Yeah. Don't overcompensate with panic, and you know, make mistakes that you don't need. Don't make speed the game up more than you need to speed the game up right now. There's plenty of time left. O'Rourke. Oh, and she was out of bounds. It was instincts by O'Rourke. Yeah. She was standing out of bounds and made the move, make the grab, and it'll be Bellows Falls with the ball. Yeah, and they weren't, I thought Coach Piper was hollering timeout, timeout, timeout. She was hollering Tella. She wanted Tella Hines to come in the basketball game. So she's picked her spot with the 4 fouls where she's going to bring Hines back into the contest. Hodgkins with the ball, and Hodgkins will work against the press now. Surprised I didn't see this earlier. Especially with Hodgkins with the 4 fouls. They come to Welch, and it looks like they're going to run a little motion up top. They're going to run some clock, yep. They're trying to spread the floor, run some clock, open up for a cut or a drive down the lane. And boy, right there's what we got to be careful of. Jump ball should be MSJ ball. Mountie basketball. You can get too tentative also, and that's what they did. If you're going to run motion, you better hump it and hustle it and get real quick up top and make the cuts count and get to the ball. Make yourself available for the pass. They were just really lackadaisical right there on the motion up top. Chappie goes along the baseline. Kavanaugh, no, rebound. Chappie, Kavanaugh, and balls. Boy, basket just got smaller and smaller for MSJ. They just can't get the ball to go through the hoop here. Those are all good choices, all good shots. Kavanaugh at the line. And Tella Hines just picked up her 5th foul. Yeah, and she played a very good ball game, very solid ball game. And they're going to bring Darity Fontaine back into the basketball game. She gets last-minute instructions by Coach Jane Barber. You get 30 seconds to make the substitution, and she took all 30 seconds, just like a timeout. Yep. Yeah, and so Kavanaugh back at the line now. A couple things there. She took all 30 seconds, which meant her team got a breather, and it's kind of like icing the kicker in football, taking a timeout before a field goal. They let Kavanaugh think about it on the line there, and she will be off the mark. That's 0 for her last 3 from the line for Kavanaugh. 52-48. MSJ, a lot of time left though, 73 seconds left in the ball game, and she'll get that one in. It's just a 1-possession game, a 3-point shot or a 3-point play. 52-49, and a million things will happen in the next minute anyway. So Hodgkins bringing the ball into the front court. MSJ doesn't have to foul though. I mean, they're not at the point. Yeah, if you're going to run that up top motion, see how aggressive they're being on the ball. Oh, there's a grab. Nobody called a hold. And timeout called by Jane Barber. Yep, that was getting to be an awful situation there, and Jane Barber called timeout. 52.3 seconds to go. She is out of timeouts, but she's got the 3-point lead, and she'll have the basketball when we come back from the fade. We'll mark the ball, and Abby Welch will stand right in front of the scores table. And again, Abby Welch with just a super ball game today for Bellows Falls. Hodgkins, front court Hodgkins. Boy, she's getting, you want to get that 5 count up top, and there's the ball, and there's the foul. O'Rourke just picked up her 3rd, but she had to foul. Clock down to 42 seconds to go. 3-point ball game. Maybe they could have played defense a little more. That's the 10th foul, so that's 2 shots. They haven't moved it to 10 team fouls yet on the scoreboard, but that is definitely the 10th. The first one will be no good. This is a big one. They're all big, but stays at a 3-point lead right now. This will make it a 4-point lead. And see, to me, that's always still been a possibility of a 1-possession game. I've seen guys make violation on the shooter, so if Bellows Falls unable to capitalize on those 2 free throws, keeps MSJ right in the ball game. So I said, I've seen, especially Adam Greeno from MSJ, shoot a 3-point shot, make it and get fouled, and then make the free throw, and he had a 4-point play. Took him back to O'Rourke. Yeah, she doesn't need a 3-ball yet. All they need is points. Blocked over here. Oh, Chipman. Oh, Keely Chipman came out of nowhere to look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and make the block. Again, they're down 3, but 30 seconds to go. They don't need a 3. They just need points. If there's a higher percentage shot that isn't a 3, all the tip, the ball to the floor, picked up by Welch. Yeah, Welch got a lot of problems right now and fouled by O'Rourke. I'll tell you what, MSJ could have got in there cleanly and trapped. They would have had a good shot at getting the 5 count or a turnover. And Welch going to the line. 24.9 seconds to go. Bellows Falls still up by 3. We're in the first overtime here. Oh, and it's 2 shots the rest of however long we're here. Tell you what, if I had a sponsor and I had an award like a shirt for a player of the game, I'd have to give it to Abby Welch. That's how she's played a great ball game. She'll miss the second shot, but look at the putback. An offensive rebound and a jump ball called. Bellows Falls basketball. Bellows Falls basketball, and it was number 22, Fontaine. Dorothy Fontaine that tied it up. So not only does Bellows Falls have a 4-point lead, but they've got the ball back. Hodgkins with the grab, and now they got a foul. It's 2 possessions, 18 seconds, 17 seconds. Somebody's got a foul, and they didn't want O'Rourke to fall because, yeah, she has 4 fouls, and they let 7 valuable seconds get off the clock, and Hodgkins at the line. Now, not that anything's a sure thing. Bob will come in. That's 2 shots. She's got to come in on the second shot. An erroneous buzzer. She got it. 54-49. Jane Barber, 12.9 seconds away from what would be considered an upset, but a road win. And I'll tell you what, my hat's off to her. She had her team not only prepared emotionally, but the X's and O's into the game, she was just right on everything. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, and they'll swing the ball across to Trombley, and it's going to be off the mark. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's going to be the ball game. Bellows Falls will get the win on the road at MSJ, 54-49. So congratulations to Bellows Falls. A gutsy effort by MSJ, but it's going to be the Terriers with the win, 54-49. Get out there, support your student athletes, and always support Munger Vision.